Hello and welcome to a quick unpacking video. So as you can see, I've got this package right here. Simple plastic cover from Amazon. So let's hope nothing is damaged, fingers crossed. Let me quickly open the package. Let's see whether it's damaged or whether it's in good condition. Okay. Doesn't look brand new, and I have my doubts regarding the product. First of all, this is a very rare and cult comic book, Vigilante by Marv Wolfman and George Perez, one of the artists who are behind the famous, the duo behind the famous Crisis on Infinite Earth. So Vigilante is a character, I was first introduced to the character by watching the Justice League animation series, but it's a different version in the series. If you remember, I don't know if you guys have watched it or not, I think you should. There was like a cowboy version with a red scarf covering his face. This is a different version. So there has been quite a few versions of the character over the years. The mantle of Vigilante has been taken over by different alter egos. The two of them are pretty famous. One of them is the Greg Saunders, the one I was talking about, the cowboy sort of version, and the other one is Adrian Chase, this one by Marv Wolfman, which has its run, I think, during the 80s or something. Not too sure. Yeah, it's if you can see it's the index, and it first appeared in 1983, early 80s, to be honest. So I've ordered this from Amazon, and it cost me around $1,230. It's quite a thick book, as you can see. You can see some papers have been peeled off. So I had my doubts because I came across this book on Amazon, and by the time I decided to order it, it was out of stock. There was only one remaining copy, and suddenly I just saw it a few days back that it's back in stock, and it had only one copy. So I was assuming that it must have been returned by the previous purchaser, because this book isn't brand new. It's not bad or terrible. It's what you call near mint condition. It's definitely not brand new, which is understandable because this has been out of publication for a while, and it's one of those rare cult comic books or graphic novels which covers the entire Vigilante arc by Marv Wolfman. I'll show you some pages. Here's the index of all the issues that are covered. So it seems like it ran for 11 issues, and plus the Teen Titans annual number 2, where Vigilante was first introduced. There's some introduction. Here's the new Teen Titans pages. That's where Adrian Chase were introduced. So it's vintage, as you can see the artwork. It's vintage artwork. The paper is not glossy. It's normal paper. It's not newsprint, but like it's thick normal paper, glossy or anything. Okay, this is the first issue. As you can see, it's the same cover. So despite being a cult character, and this is one of those cult comic books, pretty famous actually. The character was kind of mocked because it was considered as Marvel's Punisher ripoff, or it was compared with Punisher. and that's the reason why, despite the cult run, this series didn't continue. To be honest, I don't know much about the Vigilante. This will be my first introduction to the character in terms of comic books. The character has appeared in live action series like the Arrowverse. It has appeared in Justice League. It is going to appear in the upcoming HBO Max series Peacemaker, starring John Cena, which is again a spin-off series from the recently released Suicide Squad. So I think the Adrian Chase version of Vigilante will be there in the series. Artwork looks pretty amazing. I love the vintage style of artwork, and you can see Cyborg. It's also there. So yeah, it's Vigilante is basically, as you can guess from the name, he is just a simple man with guns and bullets, and is pretty similar to the Punisher. That's what basically the character is. So yeah, that's all I know about this character. Once I read it, then maybe I'll get to know more about the character. And I think there's some other characters which are being introduced or present. So we'll get to know once I read it. I must say that I'm a fan of cult, obscure character or lesser known character. I like to read about them. That's one of my obsession. Like I'm quite fascinated by characters that are relatively unknown or cult. So Vigilante is definitely one of them, and I wanted to get my hands on it. I missed the opportunity earlier because the book went out of stock. I got it now, and not in a good condition, but I think I'm going to keep it to my collection. As you can see, the price has been scratched quite a number of times, but there's nothing much I can do about it. So yeah, that's Vigilante. You can read about the character if you want. You can search about the character. I think the most recent version is a mini series in the DC Rebirth, but I didn't hear that is Vigilante Southland, which is still available on Amazon. So you can order if you want, but I read the reviews. It wasn't great, so I wasn't too keen to purchase that. Luckily I came across this, and I decided to purchase this one, and yeah, I got my hands on it. So we'll share a detailed review, and whatever more I can tell you about the character. There are no bonus pages, it ends, that's it. So it says something next issue journal, so I don't know if the story continued further. So who knows what happened after this particular series. So I don't think I'm going to stretch it anymore. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.